Thank you. Amazing to hear the breadth of the size issue being global and huge in number, but personal in scope too. And Joe, thank you for sharing your story and for demonstrating to all of us you have a sphere, you have an ability to do something based on what you know. And whether that's in a club or a business or a family or a street, then taking on that responsibility is the whole point of this evening. It starts with me and some action that I want to take. Knowing that it might be a little bit heavy and wanting to break up this evening, our next three speakers have decided to convey what they wanted to through the medium of contemporary dance. They haven't. They haven't. This is going to be a bit of a crunchy edit, though, isn't it? Sharing their stories and their reflections again on it starting with me and wanting to do their part. In the next three speakers, please welcome from the YMCA, Simon Green, also Gary Reid, and First Councillor Waqas Ahmed.
Good evening, everyone. I think after the first three speeches, I'm speechless. Looking at it's a big thing. It's a big cycle which we need to break. As everyone, even as a man, we need to. I wasn't born in this country, but I have seen stories which were heartwarming. It's like it made me cry. Since my childhood, coming to this country, I thought I'm coming to a country which is educated. Every other person is educated, so things will be changed. We will break the circle. But believe me, even in my university, I have friends who I kept talking that you need to go. You need to get help. And I couldn't do anything. Then this drove me to sort of, I call it a depression, because you sing a circle, you can't do anything, and you become feeling like you are a useless part of society. You can't do anything. You can't make a change. You can't make your friends better in society. You can't bring your family up because you are afraid from your hearts. Believe me, it's a tough place, because you have seen the abuse where literally the girls are sent to marry in my country, and then they sometimes don't see their families till they are dead. And this is real stories. In this country, we have safeguards, we have police working, we have council supporting, and even then, the girls are not ready to speak out to get those helps which are there out. This drove me to many things. I started to work with the community voluntarily with Council of Faith, because I'm a man of faith. My faith tells me, Inna malu bin niyat, your deeds are judged by your intention. So my intention always was to do something better for my community, and my community is everyone. We have to break cycle, so I have to talk to both sides. Talk to men who are part of that cycle, and tell women they can get out of that cycle. So with frustration, I got involved, and that's where I came into politics as well, just to raise that voice, because I wasn't satisfied with my life, because if I am looking at all those things and I am not saying anything and asking my fellow men, stop it. We need to move on. We need to make a better. Our frustration needs to stay where they are. We don't need to take it out on women, young ladies, just because we have seen it while we are growing up. If we can't talk the truth with our colleagues, with our neighbors, with our friends, and make them change how they approach life, how are we going to change the next generation? Because they will just follow the leaders. There's no leader at the moment. We need these discussions not just for the elders who can understand it. We need to start this in schools because the young generation, they need to understand there is help. There are people who are willing to put their life and bring some changes in the society. But if we don't teach our kids, we can't change the next cycle because the next cycle we don't know. Will that be Faria? Will that be Faiza? Who will be the next person? Will that be James? Will that be Susan? We don't have a clue where this cycle will go. But we need heroes which needs to stand up and say, enough is enough. Today, can we promise? Can we go and discuss with our kids? See what options they have. Talk to their friends. Spread this message. Let's come together, break this cycle, and give the power for a peaceful community which we need to create. And let's not just leave it to the youngsters, to the elders to do everything. This message needs to go to everyone. Thank you. Thanks a lot.